of Alamitos Bay in search of vermilion rockfish. We're going to be venturing north along the coast towards Redondo Beach and Palos Verdes area, fishing on some small submerged structure spots in about 180-200 feet of water.
So from a local fisherman's perspective, would you say that California's fish natural resources have gone down over the past couple of years? Like, have there been less fish in the water?
Yes, there are less fishes.
For sure?
Yes. I remember 1993, 1998, 97, it's still really good. You fish a lot. Now it's less. I don't know, because if people take the small ones and never let it grow.
Yeah.
They don't follow the rules.
Yes. So you don't see people following the restrictions.
A lot of people sometimes take the sizes not legal.
Yeah.
I think that's why you don't see any more big buses like before. Sea bass, small ones, only small ones. Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Different places, and mostly I fish for fun. Sometimes I let it go when it's really good size, over the size, maybe 3-4 inches bigger.
Yeah.
I keep 1 or 2, but not a lot. Only it's more fun for me. Yeah, relax me after work. Mostly 2-3 times a week I fishing, but sometimes 1 month, maybe 1 or 2, because it's hard now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Probably the fish maybe not close to here anymore, or I don't know. Because last time they say some sharks around here too, and sometimes when it's like a group sharks, they're chasing it and they go more deep, I think too.
Yeah. And are you seeing that specifically with calico and sand bass that you're catching on these swim baits right here? Or are you seeing with multiple species?
Yeah. Also, I have a picture of some I got in Redondo a long time ago. Big ones though, 6-8 pounds. And now only small ones, 14, 16. Yeah, sometimes less than 9, 11, 10. Small ones. Nighttime you got a lot of sculpin here. A lot of sculpin. Yeah. In the mornings, if you come early, you get a small perch. Yeah, zebra perch. Or you have to with mussel or some shrimp, by small hooks. Those you can get all the time. But fish is the ones I want. Big ones to fight to, play with them.
Those
so
aren't
it's
fun.
hard. Yeah, it's hard. And a long time ago, man, you got at least 1 or 2 every time you come in. But mostly I like Redondo and Redondo Beach. It's the same, great water here. Yeah, I like that place too. Yeah, and Cabrillo too, and the rocks. Yeah.
Awesome.
Right.
Thank you, man.
Right.
Appreciate it. That's gonna help us out a lot.
Yeah. My name is Jesus.
Thank you.
Anyways.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
This here is a square spot rockfish. Appears pretty small. However, this is almost a full-grown size of this species. Square spot rockfish only get about this big. This is one of the most heavily targeted species of rockfish in Southern California. There's A lot of people think it's small and they would release it. However, there's meat on this fish from right here all the way to the tail, about that thick. So you have a fish taco on this side and a fish taco on this side. These are mostly targeted during the winter months for all Southern California anglers. As you can see, the poisonous spines on top. You get one of those in your finger and your hand's gonna swell up about as big as a baseball. So, thanks for the fun, little guy. Alright, so here you have two vermilion rockfish. Smaller one on this side, bigger one on this side. I just caught this using my double hook rig. A hook up here on the loop and a hook down here on the loop. Both these came off a local rock pile off Manhattan / El Segundo area. And these are, again, similar to the square spot rockfish, some of the most targeted species of fish in Southern California. They've faced insane amounts of overfishing, and their numbers are still pretty plentiful on much of our local reefs and wrecks. And here's two nice ones. Alright, so in front of us here we have the Rancho Palos Verdes California Fish and Game MPA, or Marine Protected Area. As we talked about before, MPAs are no-take zones. So you come fishing here and it's catch and release barbless hooks only in some zones. However, most of them are no fishing at all. You can't have lines in the water. As you can see on that skiff to our right here, we have a diver's flag. This is the only thing allowed in California Fish and Game MPAs. The end goal of these fish and game implemented zones is to provide the intertidal species with a safe place to reproduce without being harmed by much of the local fishermen. This one goes from the southernmost point of Lunada Bay, which is up to our right here, all the way down almost to Trump Golf Course at the southernmost point of the Terranea Beach Resort property.
So the Department of Fish and Wildlife at Los Alamitos has been gracious enough to give us one of their employees for a nice interview. So, sir, I'd like to ask you really quick, how is the vermilion rockfish endangered, and if so, what are you doing to protect it? Thanks. Back to you.
Along with MPAs, the California Department of Fish and Game has implemented daily bag limits per licensed angler per species. So as you can see here, we have my daily bag limit of vermilion rockfish. There's 10 here. The reason for MPAs along with the daily bag limits is to prevent overfishing of certain types of species. So the vermilion rockfish is 10, California scorpion fish are 5, calico sand and spotted bay bass are all 5 per fish per day per licensed angler.
So the Department of Fish and Wildlife at Los Alamitos has been so gracious as to provide us with an opportunity for an interview with one of their special selective young, I don't know, fucking know, buck.
Vermilion rockfish is 10, California scorpion fish are 5, calico sand and spotted bay bass are all 5 per fish per day per licensed angler, and implements MPLA zones all over the coast of California, which are no fishing and no take zones. This is one of the reasons for this is to help give fish a certain zone in places to start over.